Right, we better do something happy now there. Yeah, well, have we got any animal lovers in tonight at all? It's a silly question when you're out in country, really, that is it. What sort of animals? Well, now you see, there's a problem, sir, because in this song, the dog dies in verse 4. Alright. And it's a slow, miserable, painful death, it really is. But it's even worse if you're a Blackburn Rovers supporter. Have we got any of them in?
What? Is he in?
They did alright today, didn't they? Well, listen, I was in Bath this afternoon, I put radio on and it said, Blackburn are winning 4-1. And then it said, and Blackpool are winning 2-0. By the time I got out of Bath, Blackpool were getting beat 3-2, but they ended up making the draw, didn't they? Yeah. But of course, the big match this week is Monday night, isn't it? We've got North End playing Manchester United. Now, if anybody's interested, if you go on YouTube and you look up Manchester United versus Preston, 1965-66. Was anybody on that match when the wall collapsed? Well, I was on that with my dad, right? I was 12. And the wall on the Kop collapsed. And there were quite a few people injured. There was nobody killed, quite a few people injured. And this little clip on YouTube shows the teams coming out, and then suddenly they flash over to it said there's been a wall collapse on the Kop. And I was leaning on the post that stayed up at the end, and my dad was behind me like this. And I'm on YouTube with my Gabardine back, with my cap and my rattle. So if you look it up, it's Preston versus Manchester United, 1965-66. You'll hear the teams coming out when they flash onto the car. I'm over to the right of the gap.
I'm sure we'll recognise it.
Look for the beard. I've lost a bit of weight since then. So this is a song about an ill-fated Irish sea voyage, okay? And we really can upset Blackburn Rovers supporters with this one, can't we?
Not today, you can't.
In the year of 1806, we set sail from the North Hero. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks from Atlantic City Hall in New York. We were having a girl, she was big for enough. Oh, how we traded ROVER. She was 23 knots, with several knots, and they call her the Irish Rover. Very well, I'm pretty Irish now, or I must sail away. So very well, I'm pretty Irish now, or I must sail away.
We have £1 million
On the west side, alright, 2 million barrels of stone. We have 3 million days, oh, man, we go stains with 4 million barrels of bone. We have 5 million horse, 6 million tons, 7 million barrels of water. 8 million sides, oh, right horse is hiding in the hole of the Irish Rover. Very well, my pretty Irish girl, or I must sail away. So very well, my pretty Irish girl, or I must sail away.
The next verse is about the crew, who were a right rough lot from Killing. There was born
On the right of the view,
there was Hogan,
the county Tyrone.
there was
It was searched for one, and a man from Western all alone. There was Sugar too, from Castle, fighting the chasing from Dover. And John, the gun, with the guns of the valley was a skipper. away in the fall, big fall, and the hole that they grew.
Once reduced
Down to zero,
just missed out.
and the captain's moved up.
Then the ship hit a rock on the ground shot.
I knew it's
We went 9 times round, and the poor old dog was drowned. Oh, blub, 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 dead. Sorry. Then we went down.
just like that Rovers. I'm really Irish down, or I must stay away. So very well. I'm really Irish down, or I must stay away.
Now, we've got a copy of the folk singer's manual here. It says, how to appease any Blackburn Rover supporters in the audience. You might have just upset singing that song. It says, tell them this, alright. So this is for you too, alright, Keith. When we were coming here tonight, just before we were coming through Ellswick, and we had a puncture, right, in the van. So Keith and Tim and I sort of sat on the dry stone wall while Bernadette got the jacket. And we were discussing the meaning of life, and suddenly Keith said, look at that, and there's a rabbit hopping across the field towards us. And then suddenly a frog hopped out of a hole in this dry stone wall and started hopping towards a rabbit. And when they met, they bumped into each other and both went head over heels backwards through the grass, and they both got up and shook themselves. And then something really amazing happened. The rabbit spoke. And the rabbit said, I'm sorry, he said, whoever you are, he said, I didn't mean to bump into you, he said, only I didn't see you coming, he said, I'm blind, he said, I didn't see you coming. And then the frog spoke, and the frog said, oh, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. He said, of course I'm blind as well. He said, I didn't see you coming. He said, well, are you anyway? The rabbit said, well, I don't really know. He said, being blind since birth, I've never seen anything to compare myself to. He said, what are you? And the frog said, well, I'm not really sure either. So the frog said, but I'll tell you what. He said, if we feel each other, we'll be able to tell what we are. He said, I'll go first. So the frog puts his hands on the rabbit. He said, you've got a lovely, nice, soft fur coat. Long, fluffy ears. Buck teeth, he said, and your breath smells of carrots. He said, you must be a rabbit. He said, it's your turn. So the rabbit runs his hand up the frog. He said, you're all slimy and you've got a big mouth. He said, you must be a Burnley supporter. Are we forgiven?